Hello, everybody. My name is Alexandra Kuzmina, and I work in the Nova Tech Innovation team at MMR Research, Global Consumer and Sensor Research Agency. And within my role, I have a very exciting task of exploring and experimenting with new technology to ensure that we're not using tech for tech's sake. And I'm here to share with you three key learnings from our experiments with AI in consumer research. If you're watching this, you probably noticed that AI has been booming, especially in the past few months, dominating all the headlines. And your newsfeed probably feels like this quick TikTok of Sundar Pichai, Google's CEO.
Generative AI, generative AI, generative AI, generative AI, AI as AI, 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 AI. It uses AI to bring AI, 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 AI.
Well, mine certainly felt like that. So why am I showing you this? Well, because this hype can lead to AI washing that I would like to warn you about. You know how greenwashing made us doubt companies' eco-friendliness? Well, AI washing might just do the same for the insights industry. And Green Book just published my article about AI washing and how to avoid it, which I'll share in the chat. So what enables my team to see through this AI washing is the rigorous process that we go through at Nova. We constantly scan the technology horizon, going beyond research technology. We investigate how a particular tool can be impactful, what sort of questions it might help us answer, what various suppliers can offer in this space, and then we actually roll up our sleeves and experiment with this technology to trying to put the tech to test, always comparing it to how we've done things previously, but also trying to push the technology to its limits and then review how it impacts the insights that we get. Does the tech add value? Does it make the research quicker, cheaper, more efficient? Could we achieve the same insights with more traditional methods? Or does it help us go above and beyond that? At Nova, we look at so many innovation streams that will shape the future of market research. And today, I would like to share with you the latest solutions where we've run dozens of experiments and seen proven value. So the first one is conversational AI, our chatbot that leverages generative AI for individual mini conversations with consumers to delve deeper into the spontaneous reactions at scale. Then voice technology to capture that in the moment feedback when consumers' hands are busy, and both voice and chatbots and also open-ended answers and video response tools are producing tons of unstructured data, and natural language processing working behind the scenes allows us to process that data at scale. And the third one is the AI generated video avatars. So they are virtual avatars of researchers, not participants, that help us make quant surveys more engaging and lead to better quality data at scale. And while experimenting in these areas, we've learned a great deal, and these learnings can be summarized into three overarching lessons. The first one is about efficiency. So AI technology can help address some of the challenges that research has been struggling with previously. For example, with the analysis of unstructured data. Natural language processing tools, NLP, help us effortlessly extract valuable insights, including clear themes, sentiment, and preferences, understanding what drives the sentiment on specific topics and in different segments. And then beautiful data visualizations help us find stories in the data a lot quicker. And this is why I don't see manual coding of verbatim as a gold standard anymore. I've seen how NLP tools are way more powerful. And you do need oversight from researchers, from human researchers, to work with the NLP processing tools. And if you're being told otherwise, this is at best misleading. It's not going to spit out these stories for you automatically, but it makes the analysis process a lot more efficient and enjoyable. And another learning about AI-enabled efficiency is voice AI. So we wanted to understand whether voice-assisted technology can accurately capture feedback during that in-the-moment consumer-pack interactions. And again, we've run multiple experiments using device-based technology like Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant. And it was an iterative learning process where we could implement learnings from one project to the next. And there are some both advantages and limitations of using this type of technology. So, for example, some of the positive aspects are about being able to access product experience that vary in the moment when hands are busy, and the ability to scale qualitative understanding, and it being less intrusive than, for example, observation. And the drawbacks were, for instance, issues with functionality of the software, such as inaccurate transcription and also lack of flexibility in the user experience. And this is why in our latest experiments, we turned to web-based voice technology. And secondly, we learned that AI helps get deeper insights. So, for example, chatbots, the most important learning across all of our chatbot experiments is that consumers who used it significantly increased the amount of feedback they provided compared to standard survey. And probes provided additional depth of sensory detail by laddering down on consumer verbatims. And this laddering is essentially a qualitative technique, but with AI, we can deploy it at scale. And my favorite example of deeper insights is about AI avatars. Actually, in our experiments with AI-generated researcher avatars, we found that adding this to a traditional survey not only increases survey engagement, but also participants who were exposed to the avatar shared 44% more words on average. And those were not just any words, they were thematically more meaningful and useful. But, and this takes me to the next learning, getting it right is really important. For example, with the avatars, we found that people who were more exposed to the avatar, for example, who saw the avatar more than once throughout the survey, they reported more negative impressions, almost kind of an uncanny valley effect. So too much of AI can backfire. And knowing the right balance is super important so that we don't alienate our participants. And similarly, in our initial experiments with chatbots, not all chatbot probes were entirely clear for respondents to interpret, and sometimes they were a bit out of place, leading to, let's say, suboptimal experience. However, by leveraging the latest generative AI and large language models, we see huge improvements in the clarity of the probes that the chatbot can provide by making the experience more conversational, because it takes into account more context, so both the open-ended question as well as the response to generate a probe. So we can capture deeper feedback in consumers' own words and then also respond to the opinion, making it relevant to the conversation so they feel understood. So overall, AI enables huge efficiency leaps in the way we conduct and analyze research and interact with participants. It can also help us get better and deeper insights, but getting it right through iterative learning is really important and will help you stay ahead of the curve and avoid AI washing. And if you'd like to stay up to date with what the Nova team is working on, as well as get invitations to pilot studies and co-funded opportunities, please feel free to sign up to the free newsletter via the QR code that you see on the screen. And thanks very much for listening. Let's see if there are any questions for discussion.